Now on CoastTV News.
Revamping local roads, DelDOT discusses what can be done to improve intersections around Lewis. Tackling food insecurity, Governor Meyer set to sign an executive order to expand food access in Delaware. And Milton's battle, a couple tracking speeding drivers with cameras and live streams. Are they helping or overstepping?
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Traffic troubles on the coast, but there are plans to ease the congestion. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight on the busy roads of Sussex County. And these roads are no stranger to traffic jams, especially along the coast, especially in the summertime. Well, earlier this evening, DelDOT hosted a meeting at Cape Henlopen High School to share some updates on their plans to improve intersections and highways and hear from the public. Live in Lewis right now is CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy. And Brendan, you're near the 5 Points intersection, which was a big topic of discussion at this meeting.
Christina, I am at the 5 Points intersection, and it's a lot calmer right now than it was when we did our last update. Let's take a look. So all of these points only with a few cars. It was actually a lot calmer just a few minutes ago, but that's exactly what DelDOT wants. They want these roads to be less congested, and they want the flow of traffic to be as smooth as possible throughout all times of the day. And I was at the meeting, and let me tell you, there's a lot more that goes into these projects than meets the eye. Making a busy and congested intersection a little bit easier to manage.
When we look at transportation, you have to think of it regionally and as a network, and in this case, it's a regional planning study.
That is what DelDOT is doing, but it won't be done for a little while, at least not the main 5 Points intersection.
There are 5 different phase categories, everything from new policies that the state or the county can introduce to improve transportation conditions, things for bicycling and walking.
The project will ultimately end with the 5 Points intersection you see on your screen now. Some of these projects look to improve the flow of traffic with lights, make the roads more accessible for bikers and pedestrians, and considering the possibility of roundabouts. One person from Lewis lives near a few of the roads and intersections mentioned at the meeting. He says he stays far away.
I live back on Robinsonville and Cedar Grove, and to get back there, sometimes the lights are very long, so I get down and go in through Lowe's that way. So I try to, basically avoid that area.
Local Rick Slagle agrees.
I live down by the Wawa, so when I come up West Coast, it makes more sense now for me to go to Acme with the traffic.
But let me show you right here, if you were in attendance, what the meeting would have looked like. They had pictures, diagrams, and lots of visual representation, not just words on a page. And all of these projects right here all aim to make Sussex County and its intersections an overall safer place. DelDOT tells CoastTV there is no set timeline for any of these projects. Christina, like I said, DelDOT told me there is no set timeline just yet for all these projects, but community input and feedback is what's most important. Live in Lewis, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
Okay, thank you for that, Brendan. And here's a closer look at the active projects in and around the 5 Points area right now. There's the realignment of Old Orchard Road at Westcoat's Corner, and that includes a new roundabout. And there's also improvements for Plantation Road to Robinsonville Road to US 9. Moving to politics, Delaware Governor Matt Meyer expected to sign a new executive order tomorrow looking to help improve food access across the first state. The order will bring back the Delaware Council on Farm and Food Policy to create a statewide plan to address food insecurity and improve the efficiency of Delaware's food distribution systems. The signing is scheduled for tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the governor's office in Legislative Hall. We're looking live outside now into Ocean City, and our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams is going to join us for a check on the weather. Paul, happy Monday.
Well, happy Monday to you too as well, Christina. And overall, we're still, late tonight. Of course, we're still dealing with the chilly weather and chilly conditions, but we are going to get gradually warmer or milder and then downright warm by Wednesday. Ocean City, we're at 39 degrees. We'll drop to 35 with mostly clear skies about 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, temperatures right now, we're in 35 right now in Rehoboth, 38 Bethany Beach, 29 currently in Ocean Pines. And it feels like 29, but it feels a little cooler in Redden at 29 as well. 27 is the wind chill factor in Georgetown. Watching out for breezy conditions along the Sussex County and really along the entire Delmarva Peninsula. Watching out for about 25-mile-per-hour winds. Coming up, we'll talk about a warming trend that is indeed in the forecast.
All right, thanks for that, Paul. There's a new traffic pattern coming to downtown Milford at the intersection of North Washington Street and Park Avenue. Right now, there's just one stop sign there, but it's becoming a three-way stop. The police department says the area has been hard to navigate for years due to the surrounding buildings, and they even did a traffic study there.
Definitely need it, because living and working right here, this building, I see too many people flying by, going down this one way, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's like, and people have already been stopping at the sign. It's not even unwrapped yet, and people are already stopping. I'm like, I thoroughly enjoy this. It brings comfort.
The three-way stop officially goes into effect on February 3rd. Well, to what lengths would you go to stop speeding in your area? Speeding concerns on Atlantic Street in Milton have pushed one couple to take matters into their own hands, leading to cameras being put up and a website called miltonspeeders.com. Joel DelDOT says his love for historic Milton is part of what drove him to create this website. DelDOT says he exhausted every possible option before taking this step, and he says he has spoken with the town council and nothing has been done. Now, while his love for the town played a part in creating Milton Speeders, DelDOT says a recent loss was his breaking point.
I guess it was about a month ago. We came out and our kitten had gotten out. You know, I've got two teenage girls. You know how that goes with leaving the door open. The cat got out, and the next morning we found her with her head smashed in right here, and that pretty much was it for me.
Now, DelDOT says he doesn't know how long he'll keep those cameras up, but he's hoping for some kind of help at next Monday's town council meeting in Milton. And this brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, what do you think motivates drivers to slow down? Let's take a look at the results here. It looks like 76% saying hefty fines would do the trick, 3% saying community pressure, and 21% say road design. We want to know what you think. You can still vote if you haven't yet. Just go over to coasttv.com or use our mobile app. Well, Ocean City is pressing the gas on hiring more bus drivers before the summer. City documents show last year's bus deployment and ridership went on a downward trend. And to combat this, seasonal bus driver postings have already been placed out for people to apply. This being done 3 weeks earlier than it was last year. Now, the bus division is also joining multiple job fairs to spread the word. One local says they hope all this makes the buses better and faster.
It's the reliability, and people just don't know how to time it.
According to the bus division, officials expect to make $2.1 million in 2025. And staying in Ocean City for a moment, the Maryland Coastal Bays program announced its terrapin nesting sanctuary at Northside Park will be removed. The sanctuary was meant to provide a space for terrapins to nest, but officials say the site has become too difficult to manage, with vegetation growth on the marsh side blocking turtle access and bee burrows in the sand, making it unsafe for volunteers to maintain the area. If you live in Milton, you should listen up here. The voter registration deadline for the 2025 municipal election is Thursday, January 30th. That's this Thursday, and you must register at Town Hall Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. There are requirements. You must be a U.S. citizen who is 18 years or older, and you must have lived in Milton for at least 30 days. If you're looking for some more information, you can go over to milton.delaware.gov. Well, today marks 80 years since the liberation of the Auschwitz death camps, a place where more than 1 million prisoners, mostly Jews, were murdered. As Jay Gray reports, today survivors returned to Auschwitz for a special service to share their stories and honor those lost.
80 years after walking from this death camp, The steps don't come as easily anymore for survivors. Their struggle, the years etched in their faces, the memories, the horrors locked in their minds.
I stood and watched helplessly as little girls from the nearby barrack were marched away crying and shivering to the gas chamber. Is my barrack next? I silently wondered. I thought that we all have to die.
More than 1 million were murdered inside this camp.
So this is kind of a sacred ground, the biggest burial of Jews in the world.
This is Michael Bornstein. As a 4-year-old prisoner of Auschwitz, 8 decades later, he's come back not by force, but by choice.
It's also important for me to show the world, the bigotry and the hatred that went on in Auschwitz.
It's a mission shared by preservationists and scientists inside this high-tech lab. A restricted area of the camp where cameras are rarely allowed. Thousands of items cataloged, stored in climate-controlled rooms. Still, with all of the work and the words of the survivors, the story of Auschwitz will never really be complete.
Because there is this darkness that will never be told, because most of the people who were deported to Auschwitz did not survive this place. They were murdered. Most of them never became prisoners of the concentration camp. They were murdered immediately after arrival in gas chambers.
This place, part memorial, part museum, dedicated to their memory. Jay Gray, NBC News, Auschwitz.
We still have more to get into this evening. When we come back, outrage over the closure of the Center Ice Rink in Harrington, why parents are fighting to keep it open. But first, bird flu reports are rising in Delaware. What a new statewide collaboration means for wildlife and local farms.
Well, whether in the Bay Area or closer to Sussex, closer to Salisbury, you can go ahead and enjoy the Delmarva Jobs Fair. It's going to be on February the 1st. Keep that in mind. And the forecast for it looking pretty bright and warm. In fact, brighter and warmer days are ahead. I'll tell you more about that in 60 seconds.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
Overall, we're going to continue to, how shall I say, enjoy the lower than usual temperatures, and it's going to be chilly. But hey, but the real good news, without being tongue-in-cheek about it, hey, we're going to really have some nice mild weather, particularly by the time we get to Wednesday. So Salisbury, temperature of 33, but the winds are picking up momentum, coming out of the southwest at about 10 miles per hour. Overall, for tonight, we are going to continue to stay mainly clear in the Salisbury area. This is courtesy of our Tidal Health camera. So we're at 34 degrees in Milton, 29 in Ocean Pines, 39 actually in Ocean City, 33 in Georgetown, as well as 33 degrees in Salisbury and Delmar. We are actually warmer. Well, I think this is an anomaly here, but we're looking at Georgetown 5 degrees warmer and Salisbury 8 degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. We are dealing with breezy conditions along the coast, watching out for about 25 mile per hour wind gusts as the stationary boundary just kind of hovers just south of the immediate Sussex County line. And the low pressure system that's upon the frontal area, well, that's looking relatively weak at this point and creating more in the way of precipitation to the south of it instead of to the north or the northeast of it. For Tuesday, it's going to be about being more seasonable. Beautiful start, actually, and lots of sunshine. Wednesday, we're going to go to mild. It's going to become breezy, but we're going to be in the 50s, like well into the 50s. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting situation. Now, tomorrow, we're in the 40s, 43, for example, in Lewis, Rehoboth Beach, and Seaford. Or, for example, 46 in Cambridge and Federalsburg, as well as Vienna. Or 46 degrees for us in Ocean City, Berlin, Snow Hill, and 48 degrees in Pocomoke City. Our future feels like staying in the 20s, which is a far cry from the single digits that we've been dealing with, in our previous few days. So everything's turning in the right direction. Remember where we were? 38, 39, 47, 48, started getting a little milder over the weekend, but we were peaking at about 30 degrees even in some cases for the high. But we start off there in the 30s and we end up in the 40s, for example, for Tuesday afternoon. Winds coming out of the northwest, winds out of the south briefly, then they become more zonal by 1 o'clock Wednesday. And look at where we are, 54, 53. All of these temperatures, for the most part, much warmer, much milder than initially thought. We have the same situation in Ocean Pines down towards Newark, and then we go into the mid-50s, 55 right down Highway 113. And so mild weather indeed is the key. And then we're going to trend up for the next, let's say, 4 to 5 days. Hit 2 days where we'll have temperatures in the 50s. Now, we will watch out for a chance of light scattered shower to slide through late Friday night going to early Saturday morning. Okay, with that being the case, we're going to stay with milder conditions. Here's a look at the extended forecast. Rain on Friday, Sunday, Groundhog's Day.
Okay, thanks, Paul. Well, a statewide collaboration in Delaware to curb the spread of bird flu is underway. The U.S. Department of Agriculture will help DNREC officials collect dead and sick birds. And DNREC says the coast literally is not clear. They've received over 2,000 reports, estimating a couple hundred of those birds are actual bird flu cases. The Delmarva Chicken Association Executive Director Holly Porter says there may be more to come.
And really it comes down to our migratory patterns. The snow geese have not quite moved out of the area. So I think unfortunately we still have another few weeks.
Bird flu is highly contagious and deadly and has already infected broiler flocks. You may not know this, but Sussex County's biggest industry is agriculture, especially poultry. So this is a very serious threat to our farmers here. In regional news, more fallout after the Delaware State Fairgrounds announced it will be closing the Center Ice Rink in Harrington in May. A spokesperson for the Delaware State Fairgrounds tells us this decision comes after rising operational costs and a major mechanical failure last November, one they say is beyond their ability to recover from. But parents have now started a petition to try and save their beloved ice rink.
I was really surprised at the level of support, the positivity that people have gotten behind this, and really people are upset because of how this decision was made. It draws attention to how big this rink has an impact on the local community.
The petition to keep the rink open has already gathered over 3,000 signatures, with support pouring in from Delaware and beyond. Coming up in sports tonight, a milestone in Seaford during the Blue Jays' big win. Senior Kamira Cornish-Bain nets her 1,000th point. And coming up, the price to party, how much your Super Bowl snacks will cost you this year compared to last year.
Designed to outlast and outlive. Toyota trucks are unmatched, unstoppable, unequaled. Take Tundra, built in America, with an available iForce Max Twin Turbo Hybrid engine, with top-of-the-line tech for on the job and on the road. Buy a Tundra now with $2,000 customer cash, or take 1.99% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
Shower your home with love with a new bath from Baths by Spicer Brothers. Our factory-trained experts can transform your space into one you'll love in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee, you can have peace of mind knowing your new bath or shower will last a lifetime. Right now, get 50% off installation, plus take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026.
Call to schedule your free in-home consultation. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Want something new to explore? Maryland's coast is naturally growing. Off the deck, right from the vine, or tapped out of the keg, there's always something fresh in Worcester County. Bite into something locally grown from the farmers markets. Indulge in sweet treats from the dairy or the bakery. Enjoy a brew, a glass of wine, or a cocktail that you can't get anywhere else. Eat seafood right from these waters. In Worcester County, there's something fresh everyone will like. To learn more and to explore Maryland's coast, go to visitmarylandscoast.org.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices and smart TVs. And remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We are Delmarva proud.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
Coast TV is calling all die-hard Eagles fans after the Birds won their victory to the Super Bowl. Right now, we're looking for the biggest, most passionate Eagles fans in the community to feature in an upcoming segment. Whether you've been tailgating for decades, have an epic collection of Eagles memorabilia, or have an unforgettable game day ritual, we want to hear your story, and you can message us or shoot us an email at news@wrde.com if you think you are the #1 Eagles fan or know someone else who deserves the spotlight. And now that we know it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs and the Eagles in the Super Bowl, you can start planning your watch parties. If you're hosting a party for the big game this year, you can budget about the same as you did last year for store-bought food and drinks. According to Wells Fargo, if you're feeding 10 people a spread of chicken wings, guacamole, chips, and beer, it will cost you about $139, so that's just 10 cents more than last year's price. The cost of beer and some food items have gone up, but the cost of other things have gone down, which almost balances out the total. Now, speaking of the Super Bowl, the Food Bank of Delaware is kicking off its 3rd annual Super Bowl. From now until Super Bowl Sunday, you can help tackle hunger by donating canned soup. All the donations benefit those in need at the Food Bank's Newark and Milford pantries, and you can drop off donations at collection boxes. You can even collect soup at your own Super Bowl party. The goal is 2,025 pounds of soup by February 17th.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Seaford, an early college met today for the 2nd time this season, and this one included some balloons at center court in Sussex County. Those at Dave Baker Court, they got their money's worth tonight. Triple header at Seaford. Opening minutes of the first, here's a layup by Kamira Cornish-Bain, and that would give her 1,000 for her high school career. Bring all the family and friends on the court. That's 1K for Sissy. Congratulations to the Jays star. Back to the game. Seaford attacking the offensive glass. Elvira Tingle with the putback. It's 8-2. Jays staying on the side of the floor. Cornish-Bain, she shows why she was sitting at 1,000 points. That 3 butter, 18-4 Blue Jays. Hornets turn. Marche Brown from range. She cans the 3, and it's a 9-point game. 2011 Seaford, Jordan Evans dishing the ball to none other than Cornish-Bain. Of course, another tray. It's a double-digit affair again. On to the second half we go, and now Tingle. Check out this drive. The bank shot high off the window, drops in. Everything rolling on offense. Then back to ECHS. Brown was the driving force, knifing to the basket for the tough 2. And early college back within 10. Seaford just too tough, though, responding. Tingle with the offhand, flips it up and in. That was the story this evening as Seaford gets the W. 60-49 the final. The Blue Jays improved to 11-2 on the season. That's it for sports, everybody. Have a great night.
Still ahead, some out-of-this-world research, how a NASA mission could lead to groundbreaking ways to repair damaged hearts. And next, a new approach to measuring obesity, why waist size might be the key to better health.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
Join us for the Start Something New sales event at Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Millsboro. We have over 200 new vehicles on the lot ready to be driven home today, including options under $30,000 like this 2025 Jeep Compass Sport. Skip the lines, shop online at MillsboroCJR.com. Just click buy, we'll bring the car to your door. Don't miss the Start Something New sales event at Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Cars cost less with Preston.
At BSD, we're often asked, what is the most important investment of your home? It's your windows and your kitchen. Our Anderson window experts will help you choose and install the perfect budget-friendly replacements. Anderson windows from BSD will improve energy efficiency and curb appeal. Anderson is the #1 trusted window and door brand, backed by the best warranty in the industry. Visit one of our design studios to bring your dream kitchen to life. From inspiration to installation, BSD has you covered.
Because of Pam's rehab team that helped me meet my goals of taking a shower after 4 years. If Pam rehab team can help me meet my goals, I'm pretty sure they can help you get yours.
Navigating life after illness or injury is a challenging time filled with uncertainties. At Pam Health Rehabilitation Hospital, we provide high-quality inpatient and outpatient post-acute care that'll help you rebuild your life. It's all about gains. Gain your movement, gain your independence, gain your life back. Pam Health Rehabilitation Hospital, the highest level of care with 3 locations to better meet your needs.
Looking to get stronger? This is your year. Join Planet Fitness today for just $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
We're gonna feel this tomorrow.
I'm doing it my way, on my time. We're just gonna keep showing up. Showing up.
Showing up. You coming?
Join the club today. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 31st. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
The Polar Bear Plunge, benefiting Special Olympics Delaware, is one of the first state's coldest and most beloved traditions. This year, you have 2 exciting ways to take part. Plunge in person in Rehoboth Beach on Sunday, February 2nd, or create your own virtual plunge. Anytime, anywhere, and as cold or not as you want. It's not about how you plunge, it's about why. Support thousands of Special Olympics Delaware athletes. Register now at plungede.org.
There may soon be an improved way to determine obesity. The medical world has long used body mass index to determine weight-related health problems for patients. A BMI comes from calculating a person's height and weight, and a person with a rating of 30 or more is considered obese. But in a study published in a Lancet medical journal, officials say a better way to define obesity is to focus on waist circumference and how excess body fat affects the body. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 100 million Americans are obese and more than 22 million are severely obese. Well, if you have some Kirkland signature smoked salmon in your refrigerator, do not eat it. The Food and Drug Administration has classified the listeria-tainted product as a Class 1 recall. Officials say people who are exposed to this fish are likely to suffer serious health problems. Listeria infection is responsible for roughly 260 deaths per year, according to the CDC, and the FDA has said no related illnesses have been reported. The recalled salmon from Acme Smoked Fish Corporation was sent to stores in the Southeast late last year. And for some more information, you can go to the FDA's website. Well, it is the #1 killer of Americans. One person dies every 33 seconds from cardiovascular disease. But new research performed in space is aimed at repairing damaged hearts in the future. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither talks to the lead researcher about how the International Space Station was used to gain knowledge that one day may help patients here on Earth.
What do heart muscle cells, NASA's SpaceX Crew 8 mission, and the International Space Station have in common? They're all part of the new out-of-this-world research that launched in March. Like, literally.
The astronauts were amazing. They conducted many experiments, procedures on the ISS.
Chun-Wei Shi and her team at Emory University School of Medicine sent these heart muscle cells to space to see if microgravity would help them better survive. Right now, she says a damaged heart muscle can't regrow itself, But there's hope that transplanting new cells can one day help repair that damage. However, many new cells die after being transplanted into a patient.
So if you can find ways to improve cell survival, then those methods will be helpful for the cell transplantation applications.
After about a week in space, she got the cells back and says the ones that survived went through molecular changes which allowed them to live. She says those changes were likely due to the stress of space travel, and if that could be replicated, it could help future cells withstand heart repairs.
If we can turn up those molecules on Earth, we might be able to help the cells survive and overcome other stressful situations.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Be sure to join us Saturday for the Delmarva Job Fair. If you're looking for a job, there will be dozens of employers on site in the gym at Delaware Technical Community College in Georgetown. Bring your resume this Saturday, February 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and admission is free.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
Okay. Mom, do you have my lunchbox? I have your
What if your morning is just easier? At Wawa,
Good morning.
it is. With everything you need to get your day moving. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
It takes a rebel to make something beautiful. Beauty takes courage. It's an act of joy. So resist the ordinary and embrace the wow at Florin Decor.
Gold Bond believes touch says everything. It says, I see you, I feel you, and I know you. Gold Bond. Get in touch with irresistibly touchable skin.
At Delmarva Roofing and Coating, we believe in longevity. Since our start in 1988 and 10 million square feet of roofing later, we've gained the experience to solve your roofing problems. We combine those years of knowledge with cutting-edge technology to guide you through every project phase, inspection, maintenance, or installation. You can count on us to safeguard your investment with a reliable roof and service after the sale. Serving Delmarva for over 3 decades, Delmarva Roofing and Coating, above all, a good roof.
I've needed a new left hip for about 15 years. The last 2 cortisone shots I got were bone on bone, and they didn't last 6 months. They lasted maybe a month. I was in a lot of pain. The staff at the Joint Surgery Center at Atlantic General Hospital were incredibly helpful. I was back to work 2 days short of a month, which I found amazing. You learn to trust people when you get good care.
Start your journey to relief today. Atlantic General Hospital, expert care every day.
Start something new at McGee Motors.
Start an adventurous Jeep Grand Cherokee, now just $259 a month. Start something powerful. Durango GT Plus is just $289 a month.
Start something big. Ram Bighorn is $339 a month. Or get a Ram 2500 Tradesman, now up to $15,000 off.
Or start something legendary. 4x4 Jeep Wrangler Sport is now just $189 a month.
At McGee Motors in Georgetown, a family tradition since 1948.
Don't forget, this deal is too good to miss. Get $1 hot coffee, $2 iced coffee, and $3 Monster Energy drinks. Rewards members, redeem your bonus offers every day, as many times as you want. Now through February 16th. Gotta have a Wawa.
On Monday, pop star Katy Perry announced U.S. concert dates for her upcoming world tour. It is her first tour in 7 years. The 2025 A Lifetimes Tour starts on April 16th in Austin, Texas. And the shows closest to us here on the coast will be in Philadelphia on August 9th and in Baltimore on August 15th.
Salisbury, Spicer Brothers camera, we'll get 33 degrees. We'll stay in the 30s for the rest of the night with mostly clear skies. Our umbrella winner is Justin Isaacs of Bridgeville. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. Keep up with your forecast by calling our First Alert Weather Line. Your forecast just a call away, sponsored by the law office of Brockstead, Mandalis, and Federico. Finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. We're going to get progressively warmer. Still chilly in the morning time, though. But we're going to at least climb into the 50s, and by next Monday, near 60.
Near 60. I might head over to the beach, Paul. Well, thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For some more local news, local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and come back tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.